My name is Emily Dickinson, and I was a famous poet. I was born in 1830, and some people said I was wrong. I loved to play in the woods and write. I always hoped my future would be bright. For college, I attended in Amherst County, which my grandfather had founded. I loved to learn about flowers, which I loved to be surrounded. I later went to a female seminary because I thought I wanted to be a missionary. The death of my cousins and several dear friends would make me wonder what happens when this life ends. When I was a teen, family suffered death. I often wrote poems about our last dying breath. About our last dying breath. I usually wrote about death. Religion, and flowers. I would write for weeks, days, and hours. I was a poet as an adult, and I also cared for my mother, but she would always insult. I had written over 1,000 poems before I was 35. I needed to write more, so I would strive. I worked so hard that my eyes went bad. I tried to ignore it, but I wrote like mad. Through my poems, I invented a new way of writing. I was one of the first female poets. How exciting! I would write alone and never leave the house. Because of this, I never had a spouse. I sent the newspaper of my poems to publish, but they were scared, and they said that they were rubbish. Wait, can I do this? And they said that they were rubbish. Eventually, they did publish some. But they changed the words before they would publish. But they changed the words before they would.
Grammars.
To follow Grammar's rule of thumb. To follow Grammar's rule of thumb. 1886 is when I would die, but this is not where I say goodbye. Soon my family found my pride and joy. I trusted my poems they vowed not to destroy. My poems were wonderful. They were to be published, but the books that were made was not all I had finished. They said my writing were not suitable for most, so they changed the words before they would post. They said
The reviews of my
books, my writings were bad, so they changed the words. So they changed.
They said I had
poor grammars, and my family was sad. A new type of poem, my family would say. Don't be scared. Just try something new today. Fast forward 65 years to 1955. My poems would finally come alive. A collection of my poems were finally made into a book. Now finally all of society wanted a look. Don't be afraid just to create your own art. Just follow your dreams and do what is in your heart.